Hi YouTube. I'm sharing the woods with some other people, so as I'm talking you're probably going to hear some gunshots. There's a little firing range near me. Anyway, I'm going to come out here looking for mushrooms in the woods. It's rained a few days, and what I come across here is a bunch of beaver chewed logs. I put my foot on there for reference. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 logs that beaver has chewed up into firewood rounds. Kind of neat. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and kick it down the hill and get looking for some mushrooms. What I'm targeting is chanterelle mushrooms. I'll get back to you when we find our first mushrooms. Here's a mushroom here. Pretty hard. It's just one of those, well, I don't even know if it's considered a mushroom. Grows off the side of old logs. Thought I'd show you. It's kind of neat looking. I have mushrooms right here below me. They're kind of old. I have one over here that I believe is a chanterelle. And I'll look at these also to see if they're chanterelles. Plus I have some buttons right over here. First ones I found of the year 2021. So this is definitely a chanterelle. What I want to talk to you about, let's see if we can get the right lighting. I might have to show this a couple times in this video. But the stem is solid. You squeeze on it, it is not hollow when you cut it. The stem is white, and after it sits a while, it'll also turn this cool orangey yellow color. This one happened to have a mouse that chewed on it. Deer like to eat these as well. The veins, they at the top of the mushroom stem, they start to spread off. The veins do, or they call them gills, but I'm going to call these veins. And these veins will split off. They'll just spread out. So that's how I identify chanterelle mushrooms. Let's look at these now. I'm just going to cut under the base. They're chanterelles as well. And I can do the showing here and just snip. Solid white. It's starting to be a little transparent in the middle, so it is getting old. And this one here, I can pick it up again. Right at the base of or at the top of the stem, these gills, they start to spread out and vein out. I don't know if you can quite see that in this camera, but I'll do it a couple times to show you. Found some mushrooms. Actually have my son, Snowball, with us down there, and Emma. My son's cutting these fresh chanterelles. Nice. I'm going to take one of them. Okay. Maybe the lighting's a little better. He can go ahead and cut the rest of them. But you'll see the stem is white when you've cut it. It's not orange, dark orange. It's not hollow, it's solid. A lot of times these mushrooms, when they're more mature, they have a bowl shape on the top of their cap. Underneath, the veins, or you call them gills, whatever you want to call them, they will start from the top of the stem, and then when they start to bell out like a trumpet, excuse me, then the veins, they'll spread out. While I have you here, follow the chanterelle. We actually found some over here too, but that was a little easier for filming. I'm just going to point up here and then have my son dig a bunch, or cut out a bunch. There's also a bunch there, some on the undergrowth there. And if you find some right here, definitely do a wide search up, around, and over, because there's going to be always hidden ones. So I'll step back and let my son get up there and start cutting away. And excuse me again, I just froggy throat. So I'll step here, and here you go. He's cutting them away, and always leave the roots. You want to have that where the spores are and keep mushrooms growing for the years to come. We're always going to find mushrooms here because we found them here before. They're going to be right here growing again. A lot of these mushrooms get spread out. A slug will eat them, and then the slug will start to crawl away and put castings out here. And then pretty soon there's a line of chanterelle mushrooms growing right here. So that's always something good to know. I'm going to see if my son can get them all. He's still getting them. I don't want him stepping on one, so I'll stop him here in a second. Which ones do you think is next?
These guys here.
But are you going to hit any more before then? Always look around.
I don't see any below me.
Okay, right here.
Oh.
They're always going to be hidden. Pushing up daisies is what I call it. Yeah, these you'll see some pushing up, and you'll just see just a little hint of orange. Okay, so this is the next group here. About 3 of them, maybe 4. And then little baby ones we can leave, just little starter growth. But take some buttons home and then leave some tinier buttons for them to grow here in a couple weeks. We can pick them later. Waiting for everybody to stop shooting. They're at a shooting range anyway. All right, see the slug? You know what this type of mushroom is? It's old. It's too old for me to really show everything about it, but it is known as chicken of the woods. This is the first chicken of the woods I found of the year. Normally underneath is a bright yellow, and on top is a bright orange with almost a rainbow striping. So that's chicken of the woods. I have another mushroom here. It's pushing up. This one I'm just gonna pop to the side. I don't know what type of mushroom it is. It's already had worms get into it. I would not try to take this home to eat because, well, I need to study my mushrooms. So this one clearly does have gills also. Right there's a chanterelle, and I'm gonna have my son go and get it now and bring it back to show us. Okay, that is a perfect size for a chanterelle. They get up in and around 5 inches is what I've gotten them. But this one, it'll do. We haven't found any in this part of the woods for a bit, and I know I've found them here in the past. So hopefully this is the start of finding more. Kind of shy. He's just making his way through the woods. That's a newt salamander. Just wiggling his way. Underneath he's bright orange, and on top he's dark, so that he can hide from, I suppose, predators. Although these guys do secrete a very noxious secretion, so I don't think anything would want to eat them anyway. They're kind of poisonous, I believe. I have some tiny buttons here. There's 3 of them. Now this hillside, I've found buttons and large mushrooms in the past, but we just haven't had enough rain yet. Okay, over here are 2 tiny buttons. I'm not going to go after those. My son across this ravine, it's a small ravine, but we followed it looking along the edges, and we come across a couple chanterelles. He did. So he's going to hand me the knife down here. All right, and I'm going to cut first and collect in a minute. I'm actually on a hillside. So there's 2 nice chanterelles. Fold the knife back up, toss it up to my son, and start working the way of giving him the mushrooms. I'm just looking around for more. Oh, okay, you're gonna give me the bag to, I'll put them in. It's like an Easter egg hunt. You're not always gonna find these Easter eggs, but when you do, they're fun.
That still kind of looks like a mushroom to me.
I'm videoing my son going after possibly one on the other side down the hole there. Is it?
Yep.
Winner! He did find one. We could barely see the glimpse of orange underneath that those shamrock plants. Well, we have some more buttons, and my son's cutting them, getting ourselves a little baggie of them. I doubt we have a half a pound, but it's starting to build up in the bag. Ooh, getting out of breath. Son is making his way along yet another big drainage to 3 chanterelles. They're growing on the hillside, so he's got to climb down to them. And I see 3, there could be more. He's got 1. There goes our friends at the shooting range. They're about a mile away from us, but it echoes through the canyon here. A couple more. We'll get down close. There goes Snowball. And I got Emma cutting them this time.
Right.
Just push the button on the back. Yeah, pull that towards you. There you go.
Okay. Alright, they're both solid. They are good chanterelles. And this one here, sorry I didn't get that. I may not have gotten that on film even. That one there is a little older, but it does have a solid stem. This one here is newer. My son found himself another mushroom here. Don't know what this one is. We're not going to try and eat it. We won't eat anything we don't know anything about. It does have the white stem after you cut it. It is solid. It does break easy. Definitely not a bolete. It has straight gills. That's all I know about it. It's something we're not going to eat. Dun, 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 dun. There he goes, another newt. Not a chanterelle. Slightly orange though, so we had to look. After our hike, we actually decided to come up to where I came last year to start filming mushrooms to see if I actually had found any mushrooms again. And as you can see, we hit the bonanza. They're thick through here. There's buttons everywhere, even some over there, even some, and I'm going to walk up here very carefully. Here, over here in the brush. Wow, they're thick through here. Get Snowball back, please. Anyway, last year I actually filmed up here and pointed out 2 mushrooms up here that were right exactly where those are, and they were older. So this year we hit them perfect. All right, I set my film on slow motion to speed up the process in picking these buttons and mushrooms. We're going to come over this way, reposition. I decided I'd do some audio filming too here. Get some of the underbrush ones. They're everywhere. Oh, didn't cut that one right. Okay. Anyway, getting a bunch of mushrooms. Trying to keep the dirt from getting in here. There's more here. And more up here. I'm just going to keep following around. I'm holding the camera trying to show what I'm doing at the same time, so I'm doing one-handed. And got another button here, but it's tiny. I don't think I'm going to go after that one. So we're going to go on the back side here and get to these. I'm going to step over the log here to get to them. Get to this one here. I've seen those. Yeah, there's more in the bushes over that way, so we're just gonna...
There's a couple buttons in the back hole there.
Okay, see if I get this better on film. Okay, go ahead and take over. I'm gonna just keep filming. They're nice and dry too, they're not soaking wet. Sorry about the footage here, some of it. Yeah. Just get that one there. They'll grow under and up, as you see. Here, this one needs a trim here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we looked through the woods here a little more after that big find and did not find any more. Just one button over here. It's really odd. I'm on a logging road. This side might have chanterelles, that side might not. You go over here to a crossroad and you turn the corner and all of a sudden they're there, as the case. But that's what you got to do. Once you find that patch, come back every year. You should find them every year. Like I said, the video I did last year this time, that's what I did. I found them, I came back and hit the bonanza. So what we ended up with, probably about a pound of chanterelle mushrooms. Still got to do a lot of cleaning on them. And some nice ones. This last batch was really nice. Nice, firm, fresh. Yeah. So this is my daughter-in-law Emma. This is my son William, and they like to come out and do this with me. I do have other kids, and again, that's Snowball. She likes to watch for predators and things out here. If you like this video, please press like. If you want to see more of my type of videos, please press the notification bell. And if you haven't already, and I'll tell you, a lot of you haven't, but I'm okay with that if you don't want to, please subscribe. It'll help me reach my goals this year. My goal, it was 100 when I first started for the year 2021. It was 100. I'm over 600 so over 600 subscribers. 1,000 is what I'm looking for. That's when I can hit my monetization. I've already hit viewing hours. It's going great. So once again, thank you for watching.